And the recording has started. Let's see how it turns out. So, is anyone familiar with this quiz? Yeah, okay, other than you.
Yeah, because you showed it to me.
Yeah, well, if you're not, then it's even better. So, yeah, there are 18 questions about some, let's say, lesser known features of the C++ language. And yeah, the plan is to go through the questions, discuss them, give our answers, and see how we do. And for the people that are online, I guess you can either unmute yourselves or yeah, or someone wants the link. Yeah, I will send the link to the Zoom. Something disappeared. So yeah, you can either write in chat or you can unmute yourself and talk, however you prefer. So with that, I guess we should start. Yeah, there are 18 questions. Is the font okay? Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to like read it aloud or use the inner voice? Just need to- You object. Yeah, so as far as I know, this is from the Unity. Is anyone actually familiar with the Unity? No.
No idea what it is.
Okay, are there any guesses about this one?
Like, I have no idea, like, amount or EPS or anything. So it's like, I don't know.
So actually, we went through this quiz and I know the answer to this one, but I don't know the explanation. So maybe Jan, if he would like to explain.
This. Okay, but the point with this is that did anybody work with some 3D engine? Not necessarily game engine. Because, well, in 3D space you have rotations, yaw, pitch, and roll. And these words are taken from avionics. If you assume that the plane is flying this way, so in 3D graphics it would be like the original rotation is facing this way. Then the rotation yaw is like in the plane. Pitch is forward to backward, sort of, and roll is sideways. Like imagine a plane and like it comes together. And the idea is like that if you see pitch mentioned anywhere in metrics, so it's clearly 3D, stereometry, and pitch is some kind of rotation. And if you look at and well, you are setting delta pitch, so basically some kind of delta, therefore difference. Well, you are set, if you look at the names of variables, you have something called rotate AQ, which would probably mean that it is some group of accumulated rotations, and you are setting angles, not adding some rotation to it. The rotation is probably some kind of quaternion, and you will be multiplying it by another quaternion to actually cause it to rotate in some direction. However, what you are doing is that you are that you are setting these angles.
Okay, so it's not really C++ problem, it's
Yeah, that's the whole thing
But
about
like-
this first
but like-
function that
I'm setting to access, like access is omitted from the code snippet, it could be whatever.
yeah.
But
Yeah, that's. I think you maybe.
like the access is not even there, like how did I, who says that access is not like already adjusted rotation?
Yeah, that's also my
Like, none of the variables in any context, it's like, I don't know, it does something.
the problem is you are setting angles x, y, z, which you wouldn't be doing if you were trying to do some delta rotation, therefore add a rotation.
Yeah, but you could have done the rotation.
Yeah,
so it's
you-
in the axis and now just assign it. to
Yeah,
zero.
maybe you added the delta and then.
No, you would be adding an angle compared to this axis, because if you have an axis and it's actually a vector, then you are rotating the object around this axis. And in that case, the arguments would be axis and the angle, but you are not doing that either. You're just passing one variable and the axis.
I think
And
it's,
another weird thing, if you look at it, is you are putting a matrix there. A matrix, not an actual angle. But from the name of the function, it looks like something where you will be putting an angle.
It's
Yeah.
everything about this is stupid.
I think it's best if we don't like spend too much time on this one because like this is the same conclusion we came to last time. Like I still don't understand, and I like nothing about my knowledge in C++ would prepare me for this. So let's just go to like more interesting questions. Yeah, you can see the whole code. Is this again? I hope it's not unit. Oh yeah, this one is fine.
Yeah, it's number two.
So okay, basically there is this secret key, and then there is a pointer to V, whatever that is, and then there are IJT. You generate a key, and then at the end you memset the secret key to 0. Basically, yeah, you just want the key to disappear, not to leak, I guess. So the possible answers are the memset function is fake, which is like my favorite answer here. So this is like intentional vulnerability. Compiler removes the call to memset because I think it's not needed here. The compiler removes the call to memset due to rare bug. The next compiler release fixed it. However, the broken version, blah blah blah, and an error is in the generate DSA key function. It overthrows the buffer. And like we are kind of voting for the answer.
It removes the code memset because it's not promised to actually like be kept there. Actually, I just want to make a note that memset function is indeed usually fake because the compiler doesn't care and knows what memset is, so that's like what it thinks is best. So, so basically, like the compiler takes it, then it says it should build in memset, and then the backend says, oh, built in memset. Maybe I should go memset, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Some of the answers kind of remind me of the like from the car school. Some answers are just like weird.
Yeah.
Answer is fake. Or is a lie.
Being linked to the code right line. So there is from the online there are two comments. One is that someone is betting on number 2, and the other is that the memset function has been deliberately spoofed to appear to clear the set DSA key table, but it does not actually do so. This is potential security trap that could lead to sensitive data being leaked if the code tries to rely on the assumption that the DSA key was cleared. And there is a new comment. So the option B is not usually likely because the compiler usually does not remove memset calls from code if they are present and not obviously redundant.
it's redundant because it's like the last thing we do with the NA and the
Yeah.
stack.
Yeah, so this is, I think one important thing to keep in mind with this quiz is, as far as I know, the guy that made it, he also makes the quiz for the meeting C++ during the conference, and his way of approaching it is, I have this code, and this is like my machine, my hardware, my software, my compiler, whatever. What's gonna happen if I run it? So so the answer, I think, like the majority agrees on the B, and it's that the compiler is potentially not going to do the mem set simply because it's at the end and the secret key is not used afterwards. So like, going to assume that it's fine. Okay, next one, structs. So struct X and B. So like A and B are bit fields, and then there are two threads. One of them sets A and the other sets B. And then the entries in the A and B fields are non-atomic. They can be partially executed, and other operations can interrupt them. Starts with the first field, but this is not due to a bug in compiler, so it was written to a variable. B will be also overwritten. The developers forgot that the character takes 1 bit, making the value range of 2-bit variables insufficient. They need to make 3-bit fields. Oof, sorry. So, what do we say about this?
First one.
Yeah, that's the first one. Also, like fun fact, something very similar is actually Platinum Link tells you, nope, I can't actually deal with bit sets in binary conditions that do not use constants.
So
It
what?
just tells you, Clank, like for bits, like if you have like bit set in a 10 array and you don't use like constant in the condition, then Clank just tells you, we did not implement this, go away. It's legal, but no.
Okay. So, okay, yeah, the online also agrees that it's A, or it should be A. Like they are non-atomic, so yeah, and that is correct. So, okay, there are number of threads, local guards, the mutex, blah blah blah. Threads for each thread is done. So, A, the wrong default class was selected for implementing locks. B, there is no waiting for threads to be completed, therefore the mutex is removed once the prepare texture function finishes and no thread locking occurs. The above code is correct, however, this type of parallelization is inefficient, but that's a different story. We need to declare the m variable with a volatile specifier.
It's number 2, but it's actually much worse because we are not joining the threads, so it just flat out dies. I mean, the question is whether it's actually worse, but it should have worked on us.
My understanding, what I was usually observing is that the thread usually starts before, well, the thread starts pretty fast.
Yes.
And usually, like if you, for example, try to create a thread in a constructor, and then you just continue running some code, it's usually the thread that starts first before the constructor actually finishes. Which, well, this is a way how to quickly spot bugs of this kind. That actually, well, if you start a thread, it starts immediately, and that it doesn't wait until you finish your constructor. So in this situation, I think that these threads would probably start and lock the mutex, like all of them,
Yeah.
before it would actually reach the destructor of the mutex. Of course, at that point, you are destroying a mutex that some threads are waiting for. And I don't know what happens at that moment. I think it will be some kind of system error.
Yeah.
Well, system, I don't know what system error do you expect.
I mean, the POSIX API or whatever else you are using to provide the threads would give you some error because, like, you cannot destroy it.
Yeah, like what
Well, why can't we destroy it and just let it crash some other time or something?
Well, but like-
You will get no such service, I guess.
No,
like
something
what
like-
happens? It will crash at the end of the function.
The problem is that you don't, that what just happened to the operating system. He has some threads in the scheduler, and these threads are waiting for some resource, which is the mutex. And they are in the scheduler, which is a part of the kernel. And if you destroy a mutex, that
Most probably destroying a mutex doesn't do anything.
well, doesn't do anything.
Well, what should
Are
it
you
do?
sure about that?
Well, the problem is
Yeah,
that
okay.
you are trying to use some,
System
to use the system code to destroy.
Well, what system resource? What operating system?
Well,
Mutex is not allocated at the time.
That's true. That's true.
yeah, but
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not bound to the mutex, it's bound to the lookout.
well, but there is some kind of mutex object that you got from the operating system.
Well, it's basically just a number in the memory.
Yeah, it's a handle, but like this handle needs to be deregistered.
Well, it's not a handle,
Yeah, but anyway, it's some kind of
it's
resource.
just an
that-
atomic variable. So it's not a resource.
And to be honest, I don't care about the notation details. At the end of the function, it will
It's
crash.
okay anyway.
At the end of the function, it will crash because the thread is not joined or detached, and we can't do that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, the online also
Yes,
agree.
that's standardized.
Well,
That's what the standard says.
if you're using C++,
No, it's hard crash, actually. It's not UB, it's hard crash. It is supposed to check for that.
Okay.
You're supposed to check for what?
No, STD threads, the structure checks whether the
Yeah.
thread was either detached or joined, and if neither, then it will die.
Yeah, that was also
That's like intentional safety check. One of like the 5 in the standard library ever.
Well, in C++, when you get the JThread that acts in a more intuitive way that it actually waits, the destructor actually waits.
Yeah, but it's thread, it's not JThread.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just saying,
Actually, this
I'm just
answer
saying
is
that
wrong.
this issue is,
Because
has been.
the thread will lock safe, but it will just crash.
okay, by the way, like, back to the mem set. Actually, C23 did standardize MEMS, explicit mem set explicit, and it's guaranteed to actually not be removed from the code.
okay.
So C++26 should have it as well by inclusion from the C standard.
wait, the C standardized it.
Yeah, C23
Ah.
standardized, mem set explicit, and C++26 will have it by inclusion from the C
Nice.
standard.
So okay, var at first, second, and then 3 dots. This is like C more than C++.
It's badass.
So yeah, var args. There is this R, probably accumulator, and then there is this va list, which is like a list of var args. And while int v equals v args va int, we add, and then yeah, and so the declaration of the va variable should come right at the beginning of the function. Therefore, before the r variable, the last function parameter should be 0. Otherwise, undefined behavior occurs. Passing any type other than int results in undefined behavior. Options 2 and 3 are both correct. The code fragment is correct. An error is external. For example, if somebody has tampered with macros.
This is the number.
So
Yes.
still 3 and 4 are correct. Yeah, so the online, well, there is one online and it says C. Yeah, but
That's true.
That's true.
It's like half true. Because shorts are promoted to ints. Like shorts and chats will be promoted to ints because that's what variadic arguments do. So the issue is actually structs and doubles. So technically there are like 4 more types that are not int that you can pass in.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Actually had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a specialty of var passing.
Yeah.
Oh,
That it promotes shorter types to integer
Yes. And floats to doubles.
and unsigned types to unsigned
okay,
integer.
yeah, it's
No, just integer. And then
So you put unsigned integer, I-signed short integer.
yeah, and it will like give you like the bit pattern that you would get, and then it's up to the implementation of the variable function to reinterpret the bit pattern back to what it's supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
is it defined?
Okay, so this is
to-
pretty nasty to use actually.
Yeah.
So okay.
To pass unsigned int and get signed int.
Yes, I think. I don't know. Like it's logically wrong, but I think it's not UV.
It's not wrong also.
Good. So
Okay.
the B option, like the last parameter should be 0, otherwise undefined behavior. Anyone want to explain that?
Yeah, it's like the and terminating condition for the loop.
Yeah. Okay. And then
And
yeah,
since
we
it's loops,
so okay, yeah, we already, I guess, explained the types part and the 0. Well, the while loop is never going to terminate. So okay, so there is a mutex, there is shared resource, and then there is increment by 42, unique lock, and then shared resource plus equals 42. So despite the locking, developers need to declare shared resource variable as volatile. An anonymous object is created and destroyed right away. No locking occurs because it's immediately destroyed. A new variable named M is created here. It's initialized by default, so the mutex isn't captured.
Well, this is mostly a question about how the hell this thing will be parsed.
It's two.
These two.
Yeah. This is like motivating example for a lot of issues.
Requesting.
So we have sorry. We have C and B.
Multiplexing pairs is a slightly similar thing.
Why does it keep scrolling up?
It
So-
doesn't have names, so it can't be function.
Couldn't it be a declaration of M if Unicode had default constructor?
No, but like the parenthesis there doesn't work.
Okay, we are split. So
It works when defining reference to errors.
the online, by the way, is also split between B and C. Sorry, no.
It's
Yeah,
clearly B.
Yeah. So like no one is even considering
It's
it,
a
but like
temporary.
B and C.
It doesn't have a name.
So we have two B's. Who also is saying B?
But it cannot be, oh, it's Unicode. I don't know if Unicode has constructor which is like the default constructor.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it could be it doesn't compile.
So okay, you wanna check the CPP ref for the Uniclock?
No.
Like I think as long as we don't sorry, as long as we don't copy this to Godbolt, it's fine. So googling should be so there is CBBC. It's a tough one.
Okay, there is a default constructor. So it can actually be C, depending on the parts.
So it can be C and it can be B. Wanna flip a coin? Yeah, well, we can't.
I say it's B, just to add a new word.
Sorry.
I say it's B.
So it's B, C,
B.
B, 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 C. C. So okay, the majority is B. C.
How the hell? When I was doing this
We-
quiz for the first time,
We did it 2 weeks ago, and I remember this one.
I was doing it before alone, and I did this one right. And since then, I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's the
Random seed.
that's the yeah different that's the herd mentality. So yeah, this is the I guess the most vexing part. Yeah, we got this wrong
It's
again.
not the most vexing part. The most vexing part
Is it?
is that you are trying to create an object by calling, and you call a constructor with no arguments, and
Instead, you declare a
actual-
function.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but yeah, this is
Function pointer variable.
I mean, this is basically the same thing as I mean, whatever. It's nonsense anyway. Okay. So then the addition rest of the field element in the structure, the pointer size is calculated instead of the structure size. So there is this area, two objects, and there is mem compare of those two objects. So
I have multiple issues with this actually.
okay, what?
Well, one of them is that there is padding in the type,
Okay.
and the padding can have like arbitrary. Okay, I mean, if it's like actually global, like the sample, then it should be zeroed out. But like outside of us magically knowing that this is a global,
Yeah.
this doesn't work.
Well,
And we don't actually see the call site.
wait, doesn't work in a sense it doesn't compile or like it fails.
It will fail even if we fix the typo that's in there.
What's the typo?
I mean, I don't know actually what it is supposed to do.
Well, one important thing to think about is that if you
What the hell is it supposed to do
if
anyway?
you are initial,
It's just going to compare two areas like
Yeah, but like what?
What's buff time?
yeah, well we
I'm
also
rejecting this code. It doesn't make sense.
similar like the first one, but okay. So it's either the negation is redundant or it's the padding or the pointer size is calculated instead of the structure size.
But like,
you are
It actually
using the
depends
reference.
what is inside of the if it's supposed to be similar or if it's supposed to be
no, actually, you can just say that it still doesn't matter because you have padding in the strap. And even if you have padding in the strap, you don't know what's actually there. So the man compare just does whatever it wants.
Okay, it's actually
And it doesn't matter whether you accept 0 or not 0 because it doesn't what it wants.
okay, fair enough.
So okay,
You can answer is to reject the code.
Is it undefined or unspecified?
And this is unspecified.
Okay, so it
I'm
can
reasonably sure that this is unspecified.
yeah.
Well, you are basically doing something depending on garbage that will be UP.
No, it's actually just, well, maybe. So there's actually it's interesting thing where if you have a stack variable that you initialize, it will be garbage, right? Now, whether using the value is UB or drop or unspecified depends on whether the variable actually is like whether it basically escapes the whether it has to go into stack or whether it is just in register. Whether you ever take the address of the variable. If you take the address, it's not UB anymore. And then compare nothing
It's
address.
undefined behavior if you are registering the value of a variable that didn't come to a constructor.
No. It is. No.
it is undefined behavior if you just cast some dubious chunk of memory into some
Yes,
into
that
some
is.
type, and then you basically just use it as a variable of this type, because it was if like you are using it as a I don't know long integer, then well it wasn't constructed as
Long
long
integer is trivial type that does not have the usual lifetime rules.
Yeah, but you
like
can
this
you
one
shouldn't use it
doesn't.
as integer, but you can use it as character because
Yes, there is a
it can be used for
yes,
type
yes,
No.
character is specifically the one that is allowed to be used for type panning. Otherwise, well, you are doomed. So what you can do is that you can convert it to char and then back into the integer or whatever you want, and then
But you can also take chars and convert them to integer. And because it's a trivial type, we don't have to do the answer of starting the lifetime.
wait,
once
It's
you
an
read
implicit
from
lifetime.
memory,
this
once
is
you read the chart from memory, you can compare it to integer because it's promoted. But if you read undefined memory, then basically I think it should
But
be.
Well, no, okay, so if you have a stack variable, like, I don't know, like char array of 4, so we have 4, okay, and then you say, okay, actually, like, this is like now an integer. You cast it. This is completely fine.
Yeah, because it's char.
Yes,
If it's aligned,
yes,
or
You
you're
have-
lucky enough to be.
yes. You have to do the align as and align of that's around it.
Okay, yeah, the online agrees that it's B.
But it's not B because the problem is not alignment but padding, which are two different things.
What the body comes from now?
well, the padding
I am going to allow it.
Well, padding is a consequence of alignment, so
Oh god, what?
Struct
It's
S.
constructed from self-winter and it's noise.
And there is the
I
class
don't know,
D. Class has
There's too much
integer.
of this code.
That's too much code.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Reference to some copy constructor.
And assign this. Assign, delete S1. S1. Yeah, that's all assignment.
What is this?
Zero.
It is 0 as S1 pointer after the S1 in operator equals otherwise the double free may occur.
Yeah, that's what assignment.
Copy of the response. So the online says options 2 and 3 are correct. 2 because yeah, there is this missing if this not equals right hand side, and for the option 3 we should create new temp object which holds copy of right hand side that S1. So the B is there is no protection in assigning object to itself in operator equals. And C, you need to zeroize the S1 pointer after deleting S1 in your operator equals, otherwise the double free may occur.
Why?
well, isn't it more like you need to well, but you are assigning it to it right after deleting, so it doesn't matter if you zeroize it or not.
Yes.
Maybe they're speaking about
I mean, also you will like terribly break it. Yes.
maybe they are speaking about RHS and it's S1.
Copy, which is which calls the copy. Yeah, it's RHS. dot s1.
So we don't want to set it to 0 because then you wouldn't copy it. And it could be, the operator copy assignment could be defined as we will erase whatever we're copying because that was auto-prepared. But, well.
There's a terrible idea and we don't speak about these types.
Okay.
Who's the stupid thing?
We're still in this stupid time.
What are we saying?
We,
We agree on B.
yeah.
C. Not agree on C.
We can do it, but we don't need to do it.
Okay. PC. Pointer after delete S1.
No, like, that's completely wrong about everything.
Well, then,
This is
no,
weird.
no.
Wait, didn't we like last time talk about how the new S1 could throw and then so basically I think like the explanation we came through last time is that you could delete S1 and then when you try to do new you get like a bad alloc or something like that, and then when the destructor of T is called, it again deletes the S1 and
Wait, but somebody has mentioned, written at the start that the constructor of S is no except.
Other allocation can be.
yeah, it's not about
I'm not sure if what I don't know if you do a no except constructor, you can still get it.
Yes.
well, it's
you
not,
you can
yeah.
fail getting the memory.
yeah.
Not the constructor.
Yeah, I understand, but like this is
The allocation happens before constructor.
I know.
I mean, like,
It's the new that's throwing the exception, not the constructor.
It's operator new which is failing,
Yeah.
not the constructor.
Const text for inline, const car super secret, string return string, super secret says string ptr, summary be the DLL says string ptr. So it's in the H file, so using this function different DLLs can be problematic. Each DLL has its own string instance. The function returns a pointer to a temporary line,
yeah.
and the pointer can't be used, or rather, the use of it leads to undefined behavior. We need to replace const text with static.
We know that second isn't true because string literals are statically allocated. At least string literal we put in code, and also static is a static variable is not the same if it is in a different DLL, like linked independent.
Yeah, you can actually like unify statics, but it's a lot of pain because all the toolchains do it slightly differently. But I have to do it like for our stuff.
I didn't know that's doable.
The
you
online,
use like weak, unique global symbols, depends on which platform you use and what do they call it. Well, it's fun.
So it's some kind of pretty crazy with that has something to do with the code with loading the but like the convention of call convention and the convention.
Yeah, so you have to like rely on the linker. And you have to basically get the compiler to embed the right annotation for the variable. And like Planck and GCC and NSVC all do like slightly different thing. So we have to also do slightly different thing to make it
of
work.
course, just to make it more
It's,
fun.
I mean, it's linking. Like the standard doesn't care about linking.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you
this
can
is
you
the
can
answer.
you can have your entire code in one CPP file. So who cares about it?
We are talking about the point that basically every DLL is a separate
Yeah.
program and
It will have its own instance. So
No, Windows is the only one that actually gets this right. Linux is the stupid one in this.
Charles buffers, serials, which string true false, len, which string, mem copy, int main bool x, serialize x, printf, whatever is in the buffer, return 0. So, since the x variable is not initialized, the program outputs true or false depending on the optimization keys and moon phase. Not only true or false, but also an empty string can show up due to undefined behavior. The code doesn't compile. Using an uninitialized x variable results in undefined behavior. There's no point in discussing what the outcome can be. The program can crash or display garbage. Anything is possible. Let's see the online say.
Yeah, it wouldn't work even if it were initialized because actually, because it's a global variable, then there is the 0 byte.
Yeah, but the dest buffer is used correctly because you are assigning into it first.
Yeah, but you don't copy the new byte.
Yeah, but like it doesn't really matter because we started already by sending an uninitialized variable.
Yeah, I agree with that. But even if it were initialized, it would be wrong.
Yeah, because there would be no terminating 0.
There would be because it's a global
It's a
variable.
global variable.
But if you would consider as first with false and then with true, it would
It
output
would true me.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, because it's called only once in main.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the online people say that in output we have garbage or compiler is free to throw away this whole mess due to undefined behavior,
Yes.
which is the answer.
Yeah, well, this reminds me of how my colleague was compiling code with an SVC and his computer caught fire.
Okay,
That's
undefined.
good TV.
Say hello, hello world. Say hello, goodbye world. Say hello. Don't mess with my mind. This code doesn't compile. The program will display hello world. The program will display hello world first, followed by goodbye world. It's a special kind of magic. There is a trick I already know about, or I don't know it yet, but can assume. Yeah, I don't like. My answer is A, and I know it's not correct. I'm just gonna say that, even though I copied the code to Godbolt and it didn't compile. So
It shouldn't compile.
yeah, of course it
Because-
shouldn't.
because like I suspect this is like one of those like Unicode tricks, and I explicitly remember before with those in C++ 20.
Before
We forbade lot of Unicode from being.
you mean like
in C++ 20.
no? So okay, this one I'm actually going to copy to Godbolt.
It's a Unicode trick. It's a perfect question.
Yeah.
If you use Duolingo in the browser, you can block the ads.
If I use
Well, I've seen the Duolingo on your list of apps, so I was wondering if it blocks the ads that you get.
Yeah, okay.
doesn't compile,
Doesn't compile the same include.
but
But if you already include
Yeah,
there.
because we didn't.
okay, yeah, fine, fine.
Technically.
So yeah, technically it doesn't compile even so. It has already been defined previously on line 3. But this is not the correct answer. I'm just gonna say that because yeah, we went to okay. So the online okay, so in the online we have redefinition of say hello. We cannot create a function with the same name. Logical stuff. In good practice, second function should be named say goodbye, which is not part of this, but okay. The point is, it's not A. Like even though it doesn't compile, it's not A. I'm just gonna like.
Can be the last answer is undecidable. It's like, it's not an answer.
Yeah, it's like it's something I don't know, but like
Isn't there some crazy bullshit like if if you some C79 rules that it could compile or something like that?
Yeah, like press C++ 20, you could have some Unicode ugliness in the identifiers.
Yeah, well,
But it's like,
yeah,
I just remember forbidding this.
yeah, for example, the H could be actually N in Cyrillic. I don't know.
let's see. Let's see. Does like the flag 98? Oh.
Try G++, because yeah, in EDG, and I have no idea what
I-
these guys need.
Yeah, no, this was
Yeah, you were looking at the reflection. Did
yeah,
you find
well,
the answer to this function, to this question about the function?
no, I was looking at some. I mean, I think it doesn't. So the 98 redefinition of secular.
Yeah.
No, it's like
And then you would need to make like Cyrillic H or something.
no, but listen, I copied the code from the page. It's not like I'm messing with some stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, okay, we can answer A because we all agree on it, even though we know the answer is D, and it's like this is like a real bullshit question.
Yeah, well, can you contact the guy?
Yo.
I'm complaining. Yes.
What is this nonsense?
You should go for one.
Okay, yeah.
because I don't think he gave anywhere cool explanations why they state.
So abs legs, my legs, less than 0, return minus my legs. What's that to think about? At the end of the function, there is no return, which would be expected for non-negative numbers. This is design
Not.
Actually, there is nothing wrong at all, as the code will not compile because of the missing return. Everything is correct. Since C++ 20, a function with a single argument is assumed to return that argument unless there is no explicit return. I would say it's not C because
Would work by accident.
It will almost definitely work by accident.
Unless,
By calling conventions.
unless the compiler says, oh, there's one return, so the condition has to be true. So I will always do it.
Well,
It's just go down to
Well-
negate the thing and return it.
Well, which
I think that
which calling convention are you referring to?
doesn't matter. Yeah, but I
Because
think if you turn optimizations on, the compiler will see, okay, there's just one return, so the condition has to be true. So I always return minus my legs. I think this is what like comparison.
yes, and
Yes,
it
and
will also
it will also
additional.
say that it can be
Yeah,
made.
and it will also assume that the argument passed to the function
Yeah,
was
yeah.
was a negative number and propagate this retroactively into.
Yes. Yes, after the closest branch.
But on the other.
And it will also that it can be minus, it can be int main, because it will be u.
Yeah, it's overflow.
So actually,
Yeah,
It
well,
can also kill him.
well, and thinking about spelling and mentioning calling convention is the problem that if you just that you might just return the argument that was passed to the function. When I did this on Linux, well, compiling it with top-level optimizations on when I was using GCC4, it just returned random garbage, and this random garbage was well leading to further problems because of course it wasn't the result. But if I was using like GCC8 and newer, then it crashed with illegal
yes,
instructions.
because it will insert UD2. Basically, compilers have gotten much nicer about this, and they like to insert UD2 if they don't inline the whole thing. To basically tell you, yo, no.
So it's like the compiler does that, and the compiler just, I mean, I saw the stack pointer got corrupted to the point where or
No,
not? The instruction pointer got corrupted to the point where you just.
So basically, Planck started explicitly adding in UB2 and GCC copied it because it's a good idea.
It's a special instruction which is defined to be undefined.
So
Special instruction which will fail, like the processor doesn't know this instruction by definition. So it's a wrap. It's not like built-in unreachable made into CPU instruction.
Because I was always thinking it just gets at the end of the. It just doesn't get the return and just continues executing instructions that were some kind of bullshit and like they got misaligned or something.
Could be, but not in this case.
Okay.
So, wait.
Yeah. Well.
The online, say, oh, there was an A. Yeah. So there is A. Investment in the BSCS. Okay. Yeah. So there is like A is true, basic return statement, and there is a comment. I love the investment in the BSC answer, and I agree with that one. So what are we saying? A, B, A.
Well, whenever, at least I remember that there is a warning about missing returns.
Yeah,
but it's just a warning.
Error for the warning.
Yeah, but you can
Then
say
the two would be partially correct because there is something wrong, but it wouldn't compile. So yeah, that's the whole problem.
A. So we are looking at unspecified behavior. It's undefined because this code is correct, and we know what it will compute. Sorry, what?
It's unspecified behavior, no? Because you are using an
Index and you are incrementing.
And you are incrementing it. And incrementation means that it will increment, and you get the value that was there before the incrementation. But it doesn't tell anything whether the first term or the second term needs to be evaluated first.
I'm not actually sure about that because
Because
the plus is like, I don't, if there were not integers but there was overloaded operator plus, and the C would be right, I think.
no, because if you have an overloaded operator, it's still a function call, and the order of evaluation of function arguments is not specified.
Yeah, right, okay.
Unless
And very importantly,
wait, and you cannot overload an operator for two primitive types. In this case, int and int.
Yeah.
No.
But,
So there is
but C++ something specifies that you have to evaluate the arguments of expression called by levels, but it's still unspecified in the same level. So,
what do you mean by levels?
if you had like more nested function calls,
Yeah.
I think it is defined that the inner level is evaluated with something is more defined there. I'm not sure.
You know how to. You basically have to evaluate one side of the tree for the other. You no longer can jump between the subtrees of the expression.
So you basically have to like compute one of them entirely from all its sub-expressions and only then progress to the other.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah.
so
That's not a very strong guarantee.
from the online, the code has undefined behavior due to the use of index post increment and simultaneous array element access, which can lead to errors due to unpredictable compiler and CPU behavior. The correct solution is to post. What is this? The solution is to post increment index in a separate statement before using its incremented value in the calculation. Answer B. And then the answer is A. Unspecified will be consistent per compiler, and then he actually changes his mind to C. I think everything becomes function calls, so no issue. Why is no, it's in going back to A. Who knows?
Because this is definitely unspecified behavior.
So it's either A or B. The question is this unspecified or undefined? I would agree that it's unspecified because like, is it going to increment and then call? Is it going to increment and then take, or is it going to add? And it's like, I don't think it's going undefined.
Well, it's
It
not.
could be undefined if index is the last element of
Yes.
package.
Yeah, I
but,
mean, yeah, okay, yeah, but we don't have the context. Yeah, we don't know the size of the so we could be.
I'm actually quite certain this is unspecified, not undefined behavior, because in one case I was doing something that actually relied on this, that it will be done in some order, but any order will be
Yeah.
correct. And it depended on the order, but like the rest of the code was written to actually be able to compensate for it. I had some specific reasons for doing this, and the compiler inlined everything perfectly, exactly as I wanted. We chose that, yeah, this
Okay.
was unspecified. If it was UB,
Yeah,
like, complete bullshit.
The online, yeah. So there are just like few more comments on the online, which is like the set of possibilities is limited. That's not undefined behavior. And then there is the order of operator evaluation. You have no guarantee that what the compiler will do, but I think we've agreed. Yeah, okay, it's undefined if the packet is no pointer. So, okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's yeah, but I think like in this context, it's I say like based on what we see, it's unspecified, but like technically could be undefined if you know.
Yeah, but if the compiler sees only this and compares it as a separate function, it's only unspecified because it's completely valid code.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess majority agrees on the unspecified. I see. No, it's undefined.
Wow.
Okay, what's undefined here?
Yeah.
Can we like get some explanation?
No explanation.
Talk to me.
Tell us your secrets.
Undefined.
Maybe at the end there is something.
I hope because otherwise I won't be able to sleep. Unzip read buffer from pipe. So there is
Kilo strings and modifiers.
Yeah.
buff kernel. Yeah, I have no idea what this does. Another call to set scene bit is needed. The code works correctly starting with C++ 20. Options 1 and 2 are both correct. The code is correct. It's just okay to take a little breather. The correct way would be to write scene bit to take into account the terminal now. Code results in lifetime behavior regardless of the input data. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, okay, so I don't know if this like scene width needs to be done before every call or once and set
Yeah, I
global.
think that is actually.
Yes, it's a stateful. I don't know.
Well, it is clear that it's stateful, but the problem is that if this state is erased, when you actually.
I don't know.
Yeah, some idea which of the flags is persistent, which is only for the next, the strings are complete mess. Like,
Yeah.
totally.
The online say, so I think another call is needed. Why is this? Like I don't understand why the Zoom chat scrolls up every time someone like writes a new message. Anyway, I think another call is needed. We have 2x buffer for 12b, I guess 12 bytes. Well, options 1 and 2 are both correct. The third time it must be possible that 1 and 2 are correct. Probability.
It will be possible.
One and two.
Yeah. So like, okay, so the online is certain about the.
One and answer one and two cannot be true at the same time because if another call was needed in older standards,
Yeah.
and not needed in newer standards, it would break the specification, which is something C++ never does.
Would it break it?
It would.
Because like,
Yeah, it
how
would, because
like it would if you do sim with 12. What does it do otherwise?
yeah, otherwise it resets to unrestricted, and
Aha,
you could
okay.
rely
Okay, in that
that it is
case,
longer.
yeah, in that case, they can be both correct.
Okay,
No.
so we are just like agreeing it's not about the terminal mouse or undefined behavior. It's either just A or A and B.
It cannot be A and B at the same time, because that would break the functionality between different standards.
Why not?
We have done that
Yeah,
so
well-
many times.
Yeah, well, in
Who
this
cares?
case, it's probably the last.
I like, no, we cannot do that because backwards compatibility.
Yes, it's all about
But
the
then you make it, like, whatever.
Yeah, they don't care.
So what are we saying? A or C?
It's
Hey,
Jan.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's E. No, not E. F.
A means D.
F. The undefined. What's undefined?
Yeah, but okay, regardless of the input data, which is not true, if the input is empty, it's completely wrong.
And we have C.
Just go STD. It'll work. Yeah, it's fine.
So I guess majority vote is A. So we have, well, actually we have two A's. We have F. We have C. And you, Paul?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
looking,
Like-
waiting for the answer.
I agree with A, and I have no idea about the B or any.
Okay, so A won the elections. We have elected it to be true.
Let's standardize it.
Yeah, it's
It's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It's not incorrect if you do unrestricted and the line ends. Well, if you do
Yeah, sorry to do online.
but like the code is still correct if you can reasonably assume that the length won't be longer than 12.
Yeah, okay,
But
so
it's wrong.
just like an apology to the online guy who gave the right answer, but like because of democracy.
I'm
Yeah,
really
like-
curious about the reasoning.
we elected, yeah, well, I don't know, like it's just that C++ 20 optimized that things. And also, like statistically, every time there was an option that said options 1 and 2 or 2 or 3 and 3 are correct, it was correct. So statistics is also important. Okay, let's see about this one. S.r.o, display string, set display options. So display string. The temporary string object is this when the pointer to the buffer can no longer be used. The code doesn't compile to C++11. The string is empty. The string pointer is not true. I mean, I would say A.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, and online I think also agrees on A. That was strangely fast, which makes me worried. Mooring. String owner. F stream again with the streams.
But customer.
Yeah.
About customer. It's fine, let's write customer and read the same string. We'll read the void from the
Let's
string.
get it on streams.
Check whether the string has been offered is implemented incorrect. Whether it's enable
I had some
optimization.
little talk about this. That string isn't so bad actually, but it just has a lot of functions that are not very
That's
useful.
false. That's false. None of them are true.
Okay, I love that. So the online says, this is not a valid entry from a file to a string. Wait, what is a stream? File stream.
Yeah.
Fine, let's write customer and read the same thing. So, okay,
This question becomes whether we like what would the like read and put pointer in the stream lesson. I have no idea, and I'm happy that I have no idea.
Yeah, well, if
sorry,
open for read
it's
and
from the
write
back.
at the same time, in which case it's probably platform dependent, but I think the write and read pointers are independent. Yeah, it would actually read, it could read the same string if it flushed,
Actually, I think they don't have
which it
independent
didn't,
rules.
so
What? I mean, they could.
what?
They could flash.
They could, but
It's not specified.
Okay, but wait.
Is it open for writing and reading at the same time? Does it look like?
yeah,
Otherwise, it will be off stream or if stream.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
wait,
it
but
depends on which is the default.
and what actually what is the
At the same time, by default, it's
Yes, if stream is in, off stream is out.
yeah,
you can
and
also override it via the flag.
Yes, because they are all like basic something
Yeah.
that
the which does both, yeah. And what does the constructor actually do with the web stream with the
It
string?
opens. It opens the file.
Okay, so opens the file with the name.
Yeah.
Okay, and if it does not return, and then it's going to
Right.
supposedly write, and then it's going to read.
Yeah.
So it's going to write and read the same thing. Read void from the stream, show whether the string has been opened is incorrect because okay. So anyway,
Could
the
also be if there is a race condition between the opening the file and the writing in some other process, writes to the file void. We will write void. We read void. So
the
A and B could be right, but also not necessarily.
so okay for the online it's B, and I don't like. I think it's A, but don't. I don't have much faith in my
I
knowledge
don't
of.
even know like whether this open check is correct. I don't know.
I think the check is right-ish.
Okay, let's say
I say it's D.
yeah, sure. So we have
Dangerous either way.
Pick something with random.
Yeah, okay. The D is right because the code is dangerous if you enable. It's dangerous even if you don't enable it. So yeah, that's true.
okay. We have let's see. We have online B. We have D, and you say,
A, B, or D.
and you say.
Let's go with C so we have no thing.
Okay, so this one I'm going with B because of the online. So he actually seems by the messages is the most confident.
Yeah, wow.
That's correct.
How can you read the string void?
He doesn't mean the string void, he means the void. Air quotes.
Wow.
Ah.
You read nothing.
Why is the customer
Yeah, well, I know that.
and void in the same quotes and they mean
Yeah, that's
Yeah, well, because one thing that I didn't know is that the stream, the stream has one position. Doesn't have separate position. So you are at the end of the stream,
Ah.
and you try to read.
no, that's
And
not
I-
true. That's not true.
false.
Objection!
It's because string doesn't flash.
So
It's not written in the file. That's the reason.
Okay, let's see. Class bar.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Beer, meal, public, you can start class filled with underscore character. Yeah, okay, I know. So the A
Looks like.
used to, the mil variable which is not is used to initialize beer. I mean, okay, everything is correct. Everything is correct. If there can be no inheritance from this class, like I know that A should be correct. You should not start with the underscores because of the STL. This is to unexpected confidence when using some compilers. Okay, I don't think it's compilers, but aren't you supposed to not start your names with the underscores?
You're supposed to start your names with 2 underscores.
Or underscore uppercase, or any number of underscores in global namespace.
Okay.
But you're not supposed to. You can.
You can, yeah. Okay, I mean,
it's one of those. You are not supposed to invoke UE, but you can. And whatever happens.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, so it cannot be the first thing because you can't doesn't mean that you can.
okay, the online also agrees with the B. Meal is initialized after the beer because they are initialized in the order in which they are declared. So
Yeah, but actually I answered wrong when I was doing this for the first time.
and
Just whatever.
this is the last one. Okay, so we have vector of something formats. How to format begin formats
Oh, it's a very
You
good
and
I mean, that's like someone that you're getting for each loop. And it's a vector, so no, this is the idea.
format is stereo equals true. Formats pushback stereo format. Oh wait, variable name should not contain a double underscore. Yes, but
Yeah, this is 1 and 2.
wait, variable name should not after pushback is gone, then it becomes invalid. Yes, we need to write format plus not. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, okay. So we agreed on the last question that we should not use the 2 underscores, but I kind of assume this was just like unrolled for loop for each loop. So I don't know.
You would have both begin and end if you were unrolling it for
Yeah. Also, like, doesn't it create like variables and then
Yes.
loop
Yes,
separately?
you might create the thing that you are iterating. I forgot how is that one called. Then it creates underscore begin underscore end, and then you start an iteration between those. That's it, the thing you are seeing here is different.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, we agree like 2 underscores no, and we also agree that after pushback the vector could be reallocated, so the iterators could be invalid. And okay, C, we need to write format plus not plus format here. I don't think it matters.
It does because you are incrementing it, and you either get the value at before incrementing or the value at after.
They're not using the
Yeah, but like yeah.
Yeah, you are not using it. Yeah, that's true.
No, you are using it in the if.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter there.
I mean, yeah, okay. At that point, I mean, okay. At that point, doesn't matter. But like,
I have a problem with the wording of the second answer because the iterators doesn't have to become invalid.
Yeah, invalid by definition.
No, it doesn't
Yes.
have to
Yes.
because if
Yeah, it
there
could
are
be
4
reserved.
small dots, there could be reserved.
And also the
In that
iterators.
case,
Yes.
it's not invalid.
yeah, if you've reserved enough space, then true.
Yeah, and also they can be implemented.
No,
Also, the
I think
iterator
they
can be implemented.
invalid by definition.
Yeah, well, you are not supposed to use that,
Yes.
but
And
On
what
the
you do
other
that
hand,
is invalid by definition.
they may be never invalid because you may implement the vector. Well, you may implement the iterator as a pair of pointer to the vector and an index, and in that case, it never breaks.
Yes, but
That's
usually never
I think-
breaks because of
I
implementation,
think
but
MSBC
it depends
does
on the
it.
definition. If now it basically depends on the definition. If
Okay, so
pushback is defined in the
pushback is defined to invalidate the end iterator.
Okay, in that case, it's invalid.
Yeah, it moves the end. Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't there like a special value for the after the end iterator? Or
Yes,
this
but
that
No,
is just for
it's going to be just a pointer.
it can be. Doesn't have to be.
And depends on the.
If it's just the pointers, it will work.
Yeah,
It's an
the
implementation detail.
so the online also agree on the D. And that's it. We are the experts.
Okay,
Yeah, there is
you need to
a
explain.
there is an explanation article. There is an explanation article.
Read this.
There is the explanation.
There is one single link.
Yes. Let's see if like there are actually answers. We need answers.
Oh, shit.
Say hello.
Does anyone remember the questions?
That's number 11.
11. Ah,
Yes.
yes. The answer. Say goodbye verb when you run the code. This is because the name
Yeah.
Unicode which forget. So the function is called.
But we have actually like forbidden this in C++ 20 and newer, so
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
fine.
okay, but
It's fine.
we also assumed that it was Unicode nonsense and we copied the code.
Yeah, and I think it
Because
was
of
just
just written correctly on the text.
the display that was doing that.
Okay, wait, sorry. The online is also asking for the article.
Yeah.
Wanna check any other questions? Answers actually?
There was at least one more. I'm not sure anymore which was it. Like, I think like if you keep going.
Do we wanna like?
Well, let's just look at let's even look at the first one with this.
Yeah,
with
that's
this thermometer.
14.
14?
Maybe.
Scene.
Not sure, maybe it was the one.
Oh yeah, where is the money?
Right.
It's undefined behavior. The compiler may rearrange the evaluation order of index plus pocket. Undefined behavior with different optimization and order undefined sequence of
I don't think
operations
this is correct anymore.
will cause a side effect when working with the index variable. This is undefined. I don't.
I don't think it's undefined.
I'm pretty sure this is unspecified.
This is wrong.
How
This is wrong.
The optimizer assuming some values or something, because if it doesn't have to decide about the ordering, it can just mix them up.
How did the rabbit hole goes? Okay, scene. Where is this? The answer is that the first read doesn't read to a found field. Second read can overflow. Okay. If you read the next function, overload is selected and everything goes safely, even if you didn't do it. Okay.
Okay.
Display string. Okay, we agree this one.
Wait, I didn't read the last part. Can you actually put it, share it also on Discord?
Yeah,
So
I
that
mean,
could read it
okay, I'm just gonna need to actually save this somewhere, some note. Take a note. Done. Okay. This is destroyed the bar. Okay, yeah. This is the void thing. Because there is a chance you want to exit the bar. What?
Yes. So you have to see the good pointer.
Then read from the same file cover since the positioning the file remains in the same place. Yeah, okay. So there is that. This is okay. The order.
Wait, it was saying that the pointer in the buffer is shared for read and write.
Yeah. So the position indicator in the file remains in the same place at the end. An attempt to read the data from the end of the file leads to nowhere.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, if you need to. Okay.
It's more likely.
I don't know. Maybe like in C++ 20 is different. Or 20.
What's the comment for the threaded example?
Uh,
Like the escaping threads.
I.
public threads.
Which question is it? Yeah. Spin. Yeah. Okay. Not gonna go to this. Here's some. Not these threads.
No. The
Oh no,
Is it
this
the
one.
threads?
The mutex. Yeah. So the mutex is deleted after raising and prepare text to function, so the exit doesn't react to an inactive mutex because as a core object it stays for a while. The address contains error data but doesn't provide actual thread locking. Not according to the documentation, the structures are called when exiting a function. Okay, yeah. So this will cause a crash in the. Okay.
I would disagree that it doesn't work because it depends on the implementation.
What doesn't
Doesn't everything depend on implementation?
whatever.
Because there is it just needs a unique number rather than two.
Performance you call them in the function periodic. Okay. I mean, okay, the periodic function kind of function without first argument because notified person any type of is also resulting of behavior. Unique lock, broken anonymous local variable, the local lock. The new variable is created here. Yeah, it's like by default submitting you can see also most export. Score turbo skills, the diagnostic. Okay, so okay, some showing for the studio. Then compare, yeah, padding.
Wait,
Operator.
I wanted to read that because it was also like
For comparison memory byte by byte and garbage byte, so
there was some title, but more about those.
okay, the operator equals, there's no check for assigned object to the side. As order the data and load some garbage. There's another weak point of operator. If exceptions are not disabled in the project, new may potentially throw bad alloc. And yeah, so we align. So this is like two DLLs, serialize, undefined, say hello, Unicode nonsense, number modules. At the end of the function, there is no return, which would be. So the return value function.
It's not actually correct.
Okay. Where's the money?
It's
Undefined.
negated.
Sale.
Yeah, it's on the side.
Display string. Yeah, I think this is all of them.
You can say it's undefined class int meant to apps.
Anyway, it confirmed that I was right with this positioning string that if you write into a file, your positioning string is at the end of the return.